Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be speaking about the 2006 Colorado State Quarter, going over the ones that are worth more money because of a small error, abnormality, or variety. Maybe it's a larger error, but basically something that's off about the coin. It also could be conditional rarity, so it'll be running the spectrum, but show you just what to look for with a clear explanation and photos to match what I'm talking about, and then the valuation as well. So let's get right into this video, tell you everything that you'd be looking to know. This video is sponsored by Whatnot, a live streaming auctions and shopping app where I regularly sell coins and banknotes of all types, including US, world, errors, varieties, silver, gold, ancients, and more. And don't forget to use my link in the description to get a free $10 off on your first order on anything on the platform. Let's get into the video. And we'll start things off with the design here. We've got the Rocky Mountains, and there's going to be a lot to look for on this Colorado quarter. You can pause here for a little more information, but there haven't been any documented double die reverses on those trees. We're going to focus, starting with the Piment quarter, on some of the doubled ears. There's multiple of these. The first is a very minor protrusion, maybe not as well documented, or going to be a little bit tougher to find, but the coin after it I think has a little higher value, maybe $3 to $15, and could be a little bit higher than that, but it's much more, a major shelving, reminiscent of the 1984 double die penny. And there's also going to be some other die markers sort of underneath Washington's eye that can confirm that you have this, but this is going to be clearer to see and people will pay more for it. After that, there's another one, more minor protrusion underneath, but still something, there's no reason not to look for these, and especially when you've got something major, you can sort of look and check if you've got either this or our final one, which is also a little bit more well protruded, I guess, and that one's recognized by Coneca, so it could be graded with ANACS, but this one's going to be also a valuation maybe not too much more than $10. Except, that if it's graded or somebody's trying to put together a collection of all the Coneca observed ones, then this might make its way in. But in terms of conditional rarity, if you're going to submit for conditional rarity, only do it to PCGS. You're really going to have to hit Mint State 68 or higher to have a profit, and most likely you'll get your coins back and they won't be Mint State 68. So same thing for the D-Mint, not a ton of upside. So I probably don't recommend, unless you have a lot of experience trying to submit. Certainly not on the satin finish coins, which come in some of the special sets. And the same thing holds for the clad proof and the silver proof, though the silver proof is definitely gorgeous. Some of the errors that I wanted to talk about, this is going to be a cool contrast, because right here we've got a Mint State 64 obverse clad layer missing, where the planchet stock that normally, or the outer part, there's sort of 3 layers, 2 nickel and then 1 core copper layer, somehow doesn't get affixed on the front of the coin, sells for $180. When you look at this Mint State 65, people aren't really caring too much about the grade, and honestly, the eye appeal on this one, in terms of how nice the coin looks, I feel like it's less good on this. But being that it was the reverse clad layer, sold for $455. So just sort of noticeable, and wanted to point that one out. And then lastly, you can look for this on, it's not just going to be unique to this coin. There are reverse cud die breaks on these state quarters. This one was at 3 o'clock. This sold for $50. Probably not totally worth selling with the grading process included. But if you have a Colorado quarter, make sure there's no cud. That's like when the die wears down after being used a bunch to hammer out coins, sometimes it falls apart and you get something that might look like this. So, thanks for watching. Really interesting things to cover here for Colorado, whether it's the die break, the more obvious error, or the 4 varieties that you can search for. There's a lot to be looking for. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like the video, comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and some other social media platforms. You can also go to my main channel website, treasuretownYT.com, to learn more about the channel and sort of stay in contact. I also will eventually host all of these videos on coinsmetalscards.com, which will be both news, marketplace, and coin information. I do have the goal of eventually getting pretty much every US coin, date, mint mark, denomination on the channel with a similar video to the one that you just watched, and that will likely all be hosted there. And then I also have treasuretowncoins.com, which is sort of my coin dealing wing, coin dealing only entity that is a little bit less focused on content production. So thank you so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos. I also have videos that are not just the date mint mark denomination recap in this format, so you can check some of those out, and I'll have fun seeing you there.